Hello, everyone. So we have this problem because no one actually got this question correct today. So I felt this might be a good time to review a bit at least. So we have a isosceles trapezoid, and then we are given AB and other three sides are 6. And a circle passed through those A, B, C, D is the area for we are looking for. So like since we have a isosceles trapezoid, so I'm gonna start with like a circle first and then put that trapezoid inside. So if you are not sure how to kind of start with like how big we should draw and stuff, so it doesn't really matter as much if you do kind of check your work after. Maybe you can change your numbers just to make it a bit accurate. But for now, I'm gonna start with like three sides has to be equal. So let's say that is equal to one of the um, title sides, right? So maybe something like this. But we do not know if this is lesser than or larger than or equal to diameter, which is another thing we should look for. But for now, I'm going to say A is this point, and then let's say this is B, which is the longer one, and then the B, C, and D. So this is like a 6 unit, and this is 6, this is 6, and this is 10. Okay, so like as soon as I see the a quadrilateral in a circle, it's a good time for us immediately remember the Ptolemy's theorem. So if you don't remember that, or if you don't even know how to prove it, so I'm gonna ask you to take a look at that video about it, so we can kind of remember when to use and stuff. But anyway, so the Ptolemy's was telling us when you have like a quadrilateral, inscribed quadrilateral, so the product of the diagonal, since this is isosceles, then each diagonal will be equal. I'm going to call that is x. So the x times x is equal to product of the opposite sides and then add them together. So 6 times 6 and then 6 times 10. So which is going to be 96 for this. And then x will be 16 times like 6, which is 4 root 6. X squared will be 16 times 6. Okay, so we have that, which is basically BD or AC. But the question is, what would be radius of this circle? So you can go through finding some ways, but as soon as you look for the area of a triangle, it is actually nice to remember that we do have a nice formula as well. So that was A times B times C over 4 times R. But this one is the formula we use when you have a circle that is drawn outside of the triangle. So I can take like ADC or BCD or even AC like D, ACB, and then make that formula useful because that will give us the radius of the circle anyway. So, but to find the radius, we need the area. This is going to give us the area of the triangle. Okay. So if you can find the area of the triangle that we are talking in a different way, then we can just make the equal to, and I'll just say, maybe I'll take the BCD, right? I'm going to take BCD for now. So let's say we want to find area of this triangle, which is an isosceles triangle. If you kind of don't see it, you can immediately like you try the Herons, but Herons is not fun in this case because radical number. But isosceles makes us think of dropping the altitude. So if you say these are 6, right? And then that is BD was 4 root 6, which is 2 root 6 for this one, 2 root 6 for this one. That will be pi tag, so 36 minus 24, which is 12. So that means height will be 2 root 3. So the area of BCD will be 2 root 3 times the base is 4 root 6. And then this will be divided by 2. And you have root 3, and then you have another root 3 right here, which is just 3. So 3, 4 is 12. So that will be 12 root 2. So the area of the triangle is 12 root 2. Okay, but now we want to find the radius, so we can just plug things right now in that our formula for the circumscribed circle, right? So we have A is 6, B is 6, and C is 4 root 6. That is the 3 sides of the triangle. Divide by 4 times the radius, and that should be equal to 12 root 2. And I can like cancel root 2 by root 6. That will give us root 3. And then you have 6, 4, that's 24. I can cancel with that. That should be 2. And then you got 12 over like 4, which is 3 root 3 as our radius, right? So the question is asking us to find the area, which is pi r squared. If you square that, that's 27. So the answer is 27 pi. So it wasn't really challenging, to be honest, even though this was like number 5. So it was kind of challenging looking, but these are really some, like, I will say, like our background that we kind of need to know, especially if we are aiming for state and even national. So this has to be our like ABCs. The Ptolemy is a thing we need to remember. And the second thing is just the area formula for this one. I remember I used this formula in one of the last year's like states, like sprint round problems. So you can take a look at that as well. I'll try to find and kind of put it into description so you can take a look at. Anyway, so I hope that was clear. I'll see you in the next video.